when we started the program, they wanted us to choose one student. They wanted to see the process done with fidelity with just one student. And I think that was really wise. I think they didn't want to overwhelm us by trying to do a small group or all of the students. And even though we were still doing intervention with one, we were really focusing on the data and going through the process correctly with one student and making sure we understood. And it made it a lot easier. And I will say, seeing that happen from last year and then to grow in 1 year's time and change from doing the DBI process with one student to being able to do that with a whole grade level of tier 2 and tier 3 students, I think that speaks to how effective this is and how if you do things that they ask you with fidelity and you try, these new things, that it's effective and it works and you do see growth. And that's over a year span, which is nice to see, but it's rewarding. It's albeit challenging. It's really rewarding to see the process and how it transforms your classroom, how it transforms your students' learning overall. It was really neat.
When we went into it, we were excited about the process. I could see that this could be, it could just be life-changing for some students.
We had teachers that were, they were so ready and they were so excited to get started. And so they wanted to fix the world. They wanted to fix the fluency and they wanted to look at comprehension and they wanted to look at, every aspect in between. And so Dedra and I really had to learn how to help them find their focus and kind of find, okay, where are you going to get the biggest bang for your buck? Where are you going to see the most progress? Where is this student most need, something that we're going to see as an area of growth for them, and helping them to kind of zero in on that and narrow their scope as opposed to trying to go in and fix everything all at once. That was definitely something that Dedra and I kind of had to learn along the way, but it was exciting to get to help those teachers walk through that process too.
And I just want to add to what Valerie said. That is exactly what we did try to do, was try to find whatever was going to domino for them, build the foundational, whatever skill they were really struggling with, build that foundational skills so it would domino into the deeper skills. So, but it took time, and it took us, going back and forth with the teachers. And I also feel like too, Valerie and Jenna as well. I think we had to build a little bit of trust with the teachers as well, because, it's kind of hard to open up into a new process. So that took us a little bit of time as well.
My favorite part of the day was whenever we could go into a room and just lay everything out and just think through together. They were just wonderful soundboards to help and guide, and it made the process a lot nicer. Having people to bounce ideas off of, having really knowledgeable individuals help you was just invaluable. And I think that is part of what helped the growth, the student growth in the long run, is having people to ask questions to and being able to be open and honest. This is my data. This is where I'm at. What do we do?
Dedra and we work at the service center, and Jenna is in a school district that's 2 hours away from us. And so just having that distance there really did add challenges, because Dedra and I weren't there to provide the support as often as we would have liked. I don't know if it was a solution, but something that we decided to do just to kind of help break that barrier is to create a Google Classroom. And so we had all of the teachers in the Google Classroom, and weekly we asked them to upload their data. And part of that was accountability. Just, we all as people need accountability. And so part of it was that. And part of it was that Dedra and I we would go in every week and we would look at their data, and we would see, what kind of progress are they making? Are we seeing a student go, in the wrong direction? If that's the case, we might need to go out, or we might need to have a Zoom call or something before we see them again, because we were only able to go visit once a month. So having that Google Classroom, having them upload the data, having that consistent communication throughout the year really helped us to keep in contact, to know what was going on, and also just to be there to let those teachers know that we were there to support them.
One thing I did as a teacher is just from day one, I made myself sit down, and I call it a pro-con list, but in actuality, I'm not sure that it's necessarily cons, so to speak, but I really tried to put in columns what was going to be the most challenging aspects of this process, what was going to be the most difficult, what was going to be the most time consuming, what did I really need to hyper focus on and allot that time for, and then the reasons why it was worth it. And at the end of the day, everything, as we've said already, number one is students, their growth, their individualization, helping them succeed and be successful.